Hello everyone and welcome to the first VIROO webinar of 2026. This is a really exciting year for us and pretty new features, amazing features that are coming to the platform. So this is all around about this webinar is going to be explaining you all the new features that are coming to the platform, why XR is and can provide a really good value to your company. And apart from all the noise that the VR environment is taking place regarding the news about Meta and the close of Horizon Workrooms, we still believe that XR can provide and is providing value to many companies in the world. So that's what I wanted to tell you today. Remember that I've been looking at the chat lively. Hi, Alex Yun from one of our partners. So remember that any question that you have, you can ask. I will try to read it while I am giving the speech. And let's jump right into it because I have tons of things to talk about. So this is a presentation that we have, VIROO 2026. What new features are coming? This is a sneak peek, so it's not going to be pretty in detail of everything that we are trying and hoping to bring to the market, but really exciting things. So let's jump right into it. It's a really important year because 2026 marks the 10th anniversary of the launch of the new VR headsets. Remember the Oculus CV1 and the HTC Vive? This was like a revolution 10 years ago. And of course, many companies jumped into XR to try to see what everything was about. At first, we have many companies using XR for things that were probably not meant to. But at VirtualWare, we always be working in sectors and use cases that really provide value. Right from the beginning, 10 years ago, we worked in the industry sector, we work in the railway industry for making simulators, even in the health industry, helping people using XR to make a better life for them. And even in the water sector with, again, training people, which is, of course, one of the obvious use cases of XR. Because you can simulate pretty much everything, right? That's the value of XR, that you can be right in the field, you can sense all the objects, you can grab them, you can place it, and it's a way of interact with the content that no other technology to this day can provide you. So that's where we were working, but the thing about this year is that many companies, as we do, we've been using XR for proof of concepts, we have integrated to specific use cases, but now 10 years later, we think at VirtualWare it's time for XR to move beyond POCs and achieve full-scale integration across our company. So the value is proven. The topic is not anymore for seeing if XR can provide value to your company. It can in many sectors and across all your value chains. You can use it for design, for prototyping, for training, even for marketing and promotion. So the thing is that once now that the clients have proved that value, they say, okay, we have this proof of concept, we have made many simulators, but now we want to spread XR across all the company, right? So the thing is that we want every worker, every meeting inside across the globe, we want people using XR, but the problem is that there are not many tools out there that can provide that value to you. And that's what VIROO is all about, because you will need an XR platform that is secure, flexible, and scalable, right? You are not just a headset alone in a particular room where you can deploy a POC. You need really a system that can connect people across the globe using different headsets, different projection systems. And that's what VIROO is all about. Because as you remember, let me put this in full screen. We are an XR platform that is multi-user and multi-device by default. And there are many things coming this year new to the platform. The first one is that we are focusing on making more reliable and more flexible to allow this multi-device collaboration. That's what people want, right? Again, we are not making any more simulators just for 2-3 people in an isolated room. We want XR to be spread across the entire organization and connect people or across the globe. So you can have professional trainers training people no matter where they are and no matter what headset they are using or even which device. So that's where we are going to focus on. And we are going to allow support for immersive projection systems such as Igloo. This is new for us. And at the end of the last year, we introduced the mixed device LV environments. So what's this is about? This is about having different headsets, because across these 10 years, of course, companies have purchased different headsets. They have purchased devices from HTC, devices from Pico, devices from Meta. And the thing now, they want to use them. They don't want it to throw it to the trash. They want to still use it in the simulators, but they need to work together, right? You need to establish a platform that can connect these devices together. And these LV rooms, which is location-based entertainment, we achieved to create these VIROO rooms, which are large-scale environments where you can move around freely, which is the best way to experience XR. And we managed to connect both HTC Vive and Pico headsets using the same tracking system. And of course, as you see in the background, people using MetaQuest headsets still can join the sessions, connect online, right? And even if you don't have a headset, as you can see at the top, people that just have the keyboard and mouse with the laptop, because we still know many people doesn't own a headset yet, they can still join the sessions. It's not the same experience, but of course you can move around and it's interactive. Okay, so it's not passive people. They are people that can move around the environment, they can interact with the elements at the same way, but they don't have that one-to-one scale and freedom of movement, right? So, and as I said, we are also expanding our compatibility with partners like Igloo. And we supported cave systems in the past. These were projection systems that are installed in many companies across the globe. They tend to be older than XR. It's not as immersive, but many people already have them. So they want to still use these expensive environments. So with VIROO, you only create one and your content can be deployed with everything. And now we're expanding that compatibility to domes and even ultra-wide projection systems. So this is really, really good. So companies don't have to buy new hardware. They can still be using the hardware that they have. And of course, the big one is security and reliability, right? Because you want your content to be secure, to be safe. And we are also focusing on improving that. The platform is infrastructure as code, so it's automated, it's error-free, and you don't need to set up or deploy everything. The platform is going to take care of all your content, of all the connections, and is going to be secure across all the organization. We have containerization strategy, so we have seamless scalability and consistency across all platforms. We are going to cloud-based monitor everything. So we have real-time tracking for immediate incident detection. Whenever you have any problem with the platform, we all have all that logging in our system, and we can help you fix that. And of course, again, everything is being retained. Remember that VIROO can use our own cloud because we use normally Azure web services, but you can use, of course, different providers if you already own a cloud provider, or even if you don't want to be connected to the internet at all, you can use your own custom servers. So we can deploy on premise. Okay, that's also compatible with VIROO. And we are, of course, offering enhanced observability, deep visibility into system performance and health. Again, this is not about making specific simulators or just proof of concepts. This is about having a robust, reliable, and secure XR platform that can provide value to your entire organization, no matter where you are in the world. So you are going to obtain improved operational response as well, faster detection and resolution across environments. Again, we are even expanding this security approach even in our internal processes. It's not just about how the platform works, we are even improving how virtual world works, because we are the ones that are creating the platform. So every process that takes place in creating the platform also could be a potential risk to your content. So we are improving this, and we also have obtained the ISO ISC 27001 and 2022 certification, and also recently the TISAX compliant, and we are obtaining the ENS certification. So not many products out there has this kind of certifications and compliance. So everything that we do at VirtualWare is focus on strengthening our DevSecOps strategy and our zero trust approach. Okay, so now every employee at VirtualWare, when we are creating the platform, all our devices, we need to use the devices that the company provides to us. We don't even can connect USB anymore to our laptop. So everything and every process that takes place in order to create VIROO and improve VIROO is done with the highly secure and risk-free steps that we can do. Again, additional security layers, so across all infrastructure and application services. And of course, the important thing about an XR platform is, of course, it needs to be secure and it needs to be compatible and scalable, but no product ever has provided value without content. Okay, content is king. So this is one of the most important things to learn about. And the good thing about VIROO is that we have VIROO ready-to-use apps, but we also provide an SDK to create your own content that I'm going to talk about that later. But this is a really big one because we are going to launch a new VIROO app, which is called the Hospital Emergency Triage. And apart from that, we are redesigning the VIROO home design. This is the environment that you will see whenever you create a session with the VIROO Demos app, which includes many different scenes, and we are redesigning that. The first thing I want to show you is the new Hospital Emergency Triage app, so you can see what kind of content you can expect from it. Let's go with that. So pretty neat, right? Everything that you've seen, let me search for that again. I'm going to just move around the video. Everything that you are seeing right now, this is one of the powerful things about VIROO. All the content that you are seeing right now has been created for people using the VIROO Studio, which is the SDK that I'm going to talk about later. And this is a tool that not only allows you to create powerful apps, but it also allows people without programming knowledge, such is my case. I'm not a programmer. I don't know how to code. I can understand a little bit of code and I can create my own scripts using ChatGPT or Gemini, but you can create these kind of applications without having to know how to code with a no-code system that I'm going to explain later. And you can, the good thing about this, again, you just focus on the content, on how the training is going to take place, the 3D models, but you don't need to worry about the multi-user, the hardware compatibility. VIROO just takes that out of the equation for you. So you just create a content one, you upload it to your cloud, and then it's going to be spread to everyone who wants to join these kind of sessions, and you're just going to be connected with your people across the globe and using different headsets or even a laptop. So that's the good value about VIROO, and this is a new app that we think is going to really be, or it's going to obtain a high demand because many people wants to train this kind of stuff in XR. Next, the VIROO Home, the new VIROO Home. This is again our redesign of our previous home. We have a redesigned interior. We have multiple interactive spots featuring practical examples and enhanced industrial focus design. So previously, the design that we have was a little bit more gaming, and now we know that XR is being using to provide value inside all across industries, but specific in the industry sector and really serious business. So we want to create a home that really reflects that, and we have this huge environment with different spots, but it serves as an example of what you can do with VIROO, but as well as giving you a welcome to a platform that again transmits the sense that this is a secure and enterprise-ready platform for yourself. Okay, I'm going to check if there's any content for that. David is saying that the XR Triage app looks fantastic. Yes, it does. And let's move away. So regarding single player, if you don't remember, is the Windows desktop app that is going to allow you to create sessions or join sessions that are already existing in the place. And we are allowing for the first time to have local sessions. So sometimes you just want to test your content or you just want to train an individual and you don't have connection to the internet. So we are going to allow the creation of local sessions. So you cannot connect with everyone else, but at least you could test your content and even use the entire simulation if you want without having to be connected to the internet. So this is a really nice feature for many users that were asking for this particular thing. And we're even redesigning single player. We are going to, this will be like a two-step redesign. So first we're often a small redesign. This was the first or the actual template that we have right now. So whenever you want to select a new session or a new content to create a session, you need to scroll down this huge list with just letters. You don't have thumbnails, you don't have a reference of the content itself. And this worked for a while when VIROO started and companies haven't created much content. You only have like 2 or 3 content to deploy. But now that people are really using the platform and some time has elapsed, now you have many content in your cloud. So sometimes finding the exact content can be a little bit tricky. So that's why we are redesigning single player to show those thumbnails that you can add from VIROO Studio, all the information about the content and which people can join and everything that. And then probably by the end of the year, we are launching like single player 2, a full redesign of this concept that is going to take things to the next level. But for now, this is going to be the first update, so many people can start creating sessions easily than ever. So stepping up into VIROO Studio. This is probably my favorite one because I'm product marketing manager at Virtualware, but my main focus is really to help our customers and clients to create content and see how easy it is to obtain value from XR and create content without having all headaches about the networking and the multi-device compatibility. So of course, we're offering new features for VIROO Studio. Remember, VIROO Studio is the Unity-based SDK for developing and deploying custom XR experiences. You just open the VIROO Studio project, which is a basic Unity project that contains everything ready for you to be compatible with VIROO. So it will allow you to create interactions without having to code. It will allow you to have that multi-user and multi-device compatibility by default. And of course, it has direct integration with the engine, okay? You just need to download the packages from the package manager for seamless project compatibility. And again, I want to really repeat this because this is one of the main values of VIROO. There are other products on the market that have their own custom content creation environment, and that's really good because sometimes the entry barrier is lower, but then you really find it's really hard to create powerful applications. Because we're Unity-based, you can create and continue creation as you are used to. If you are a Unity developer, you already know how to use everything. You are right at home, and you just need to find the VIROO scripts that we have included in order to create the content. And the good thing is that we can improve VIROO Studio, but we also take advantage of all the new features that Unity launches. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that later. So it has also a multi-profile approach featuring a no-code system, the one that I mentioned before for beginners. But again, since this is Unity, of course, you have all the advanced tools for expert developers who want to take things to the next level and really create powerful applications. So new things coming to VIROO Studio. First, we are going to release improvements into the hand tracking. Remember that you can use both the controllers and the hand tracking depending on the headset that you're using. We're improving how to move around and how to make every interaction without having to be using the controllers, because many people are still finding hard to find where the trigger is, where the joystick is, and sometimes they are confused because when you are in VR, you cannot see the controller itself. So we are allowing people to still be using hand tracking, but improving that hand tracking compatibility. And we are going to allow scene-specific toggles for player functions. What this means is that when you are creating your content, you can create an application that can toggle some specific things, such as fly, teleport, locomotion, the VIROO menu itself, player collisions, or etc. Many more things. So imagine that you want to create a simulator, but you don't want all the users that are joining your session to be flying around or just teleporting and confusing everybody. You can toggle these things on and off and really have full control of your app. So this is really good when you have many people inside a single session. Templates. This is a thing that we introduced in 2025. I think it's one of the biggest things that we introduced into VIROO Studio, because we have the blank template that will allow you to create content from scratch. But of course, in our experience, more than 20 years of experience at Virtualware developing content, we have found some specific use cases that companies tend to use XR for. So for training, of course, but also for beam review and for all kind of exercise. So the first one that we launched in 2025 was the assembly sequence template, which will allow you to create assembly processes really, really fast, even faster than with our node code system. I can create content in practically minutes, and if you have a little bit of experience, and again, no code or no programming skills. And later we introduced the exercise builder, which will allow you to include useful modules for any kind of training application. So you can even combine both. And the latest one was the beam review. You just drag and drop your beam model using the Unity asset transformer, and you can make it interactable really fast. So imagine that you have a huge beam model. You can throw that into Unity, you can convert it, and with just a simple steps, you can create a multi-user XR session where connecting with people across your organization and reviewing that huge model in a one-to-one scale, and even hiding or highlighting different layers and interacting with content. So that's really great. But of course, we are going to create new templates. These are the 3 ones that we provide right now. They are free. You can use, you can download them from our VIROO website, but we are going to introduce a new one. We are going to introduce the AI template. And this is going to be the main focus of the next webinar, as I'm going to say later. But this is going to be great because we know that everyone is using AI, right? But not everyone is using it in the right way, or not every, as such an XR, not always makes sense to use XR, or not always makes use to use AI. But I always thought that XR and AI together, they're going to be one of the biggest things in recent years. And I always say that I think that they are not competitors. I don't know why many people tend to think they are competing. I think XR headsets and glasses are going to be the best device to consume AI. And one of the examples is this template, because it will allow you to integrate virtual assistants inside your training simulation. So it will provide the users real-time guidance through the process. So you could have like a complex step-by-step training, and the user can be asking questions about which step he needs to do next, or what things are happening in the scene right now. And of course, for providing this information to the assistant, we allow process documentation uploads. So you can just upload your entire full workflow of the process, and it will integrate detailed manual procedures. So we will know everything regarding your simulation, and you can ask questions. But again, this is all about, and of course, AI-powered queries, the ones that I talk about. And you can use both ChatGPT or Gemini now, but probably we will allow for many more integrations in the future. But again, this is more info in the coming February webinar. So if you don't want to miss that, be sure to follow VIROO on LinkedIn, and you will be notified when this is coming up, probably by the end of the month in the 25th, I think. Now, the good thing, I told you before that one of the best things about being Unity-based is that we can make really good work in improving VIROO Studio itself, but sometimes Unity introduces new features that VIROO can take advantage of. And one of the big things, of course, regarding AI is all the things that are coming to the Unity editor. So this is just some examples of how the content creation process, not just the consumption of the apps, is going to radically change for developers. So you can just prompt and write text to create entire animations, to create 2D sprites, to create materials, to create 3D models. And this is a really huge barrier for many of our clients, because since many people can create content without having to be programmers, some of them are having a hard time just to create 3D models or obtaining those online. So the good thing about Unity bringing these AI features is that you are going to be able to use them while you are using VIROO Studio. And instead of having like a blank space inside Unity, an entire environment without anything, you can start populating that environment just asking prompts. And this is going to be really big in the developer community. One of the things I like the most is that we are about to launch a new version of the VIROO Academy. This was a thing years ago when we have many videos telling you how to use the platform and how to create content, but those videos got outdated pretty fast. And now we've been working really hard to create a new version of this VIROO Academy. So you are going to basically have a website with free courses to master VIROO, tutorials tailored for both users and creators, and you are going to find here everything you need in order to use the platform and start creating from scratch. So for example, you have here the assembly sequence template tutorials, and you have the introduction, how to download and open the sequence, and even step-by-step videos showing you how to create this content. So every new release, every new product that you are introducing with VIROO will probably have a documentation and videos inside this VIROO Academy. So this is going to be really great. And remember, if you have any doubts, you can always join our Discord developer community, our VIROO developer community. I will leave that in the description. So you can train yourself using these free courses, but if you have any question, you can ask us in the Discord and the VirtualWare team will help you going through those hatches, okay? Let me just have a drink for a while. Sorry, but my voice, I have a little bit of cold. So many things that we've seen today. VIROO 2026 is going to be one of the greatest years for VirtualWare because, again, we think it's time for XR to grow up and leaving the training simulations and proof of concept and really spreading inside your organization. For that, you need to use an XR platform that is secure and reliable, and we are improving that in 2026. It's going to be more compatible and more flexible than ever. It's going to have brand new VIROO apps that are already developed for you. If you don't want to create your own content, you can always use these apps. And if you want to create your content, you can create those yourself, or you can even find different partners or content creation partners that we have, or even your custom content creation team that can use VIROO Studio. VIROO Studio, again, you can download that for free and start creating content. And that once you see that your content is valuable for you, you can purchase the VIROO license to start creating those online sessions. We have the redesigned VIROO Home. We have improvements to VIROO Studio, which is our SDK to create content. The new UI template, which is going to be really, really cool. And of course, improvements to single player. VIROO Academy to start creating content and know how to use the platform and solve any doubt that you may have regarding VIROO. And of course, all the Unity AI creations tools that probably will arrive this 2026 to the platform, and you could take advantage of them since they are part of VIROO as well. And of course, much more. So this is just like the sneak peek of all the features that are coming, but through the year, probably many changes will happen, and we will think of amazing new ideas to introduce to the platform. So we will probably have webinars for that. We already have a huge amount of list of webinars of all the things that we are going to introduce this year. So I really, really beg you to follow VIROO to be updated for that. And then I'm going to leave you with just a small brief video of everything that VIROO can provide to your company. So basically that was it. Thank you for watching. I was a little bit fast because again, this is just a sneak peek and I want to give you guys time if you want to leave any questions so I can solve it. But again, February is coming, the new AI webinar. We are also launching webinars for the Igloo integration and all other amazing things that we are going to do this year. But I think it's going to be a really, really good year to really prove that XR is here to stay. Again, it's a lot of noise nowadays since Meta is stopping betting on Horizon Workrooms, on the metaverse as they would call it. But we've been proven in the past 10 years that XR really can provide value to the people that are using it to do really, really hard work. And again, XR will allow you to reduce costs, to reduce risk while training, and to connect people all across the globe. So I'm seeing many comments here. Everything fantastic. Wow, the AI and XR integration is good. Is going to be really good. I of course think that as well. So last name says love the development and flexibility. That's where VIROO is everything about. And again, it was a pleasure to kick off this 2026 with these sneak peeks of the new features. Keep updated with the VIROO LinkedIn page because we are going to launch really great things this year. And again, as always, happy to have you here and really thank you for watching this webinar. See you next.